It's in the back.
Hi, how are you?
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Friends of Franklin Rally. We're here for Mr. Franklin. He's up here smiling, very happy. My name is David Bucci. I, along with some other people who are in the room, helped start the Ashtabula Citizens for Progress Citizens Group. We started off as an internet discussion back earlier this year, and we actually had our first meeting several months ago. And we got together because we were getting tired of the things going on in City Hall and what City Council was doing. And finally came to a head, and we decided that the best thing that we needed to do is get the citizens to come together, because that's what they'll hear, force in numbers. And I think it's worked out very well. We've had some people join us, and we've been getting bigger and bigger every day. And if anyone is interested in joining our citizens group, you can see myself. Tina Staszewski is over here in the middle. She can raise her hand. And anyone that has one of these buttons on. I think we've been passing out some buttons, so hopefully we've got some proxy members joining us. What we plan on doing today is we are going to have a couple of speakers. Mr. Condigallo is going to speak, say a few words. Mr. Franklin will speak, and then we decided we will open this up to questions and answers. So we can take some questions, and you'd like to know what's going on with the city and the politics, and hopefully get some answers to that. So at this point, I'm going to turn the microphone over to our city manager, who's got a few words for us, Mr. Condigallo.
I really appreciate having the opportunity and the privilege to speak to you for a few minutes. I guess I sat down and went over a whole bunch of things that I wanted to talk about, and as usual, it throws you around a little bit a lot of times. They were sometimes on the pain of being redundant. But I would like to give you a little bit of history, if I may. As you probably all recall, I came into office 3 years ago. The first time was that I took over for the preceding city manager. And I ran, and I was elected, and I spent 2 years. And what I ran on, my feeling about the city, was basically that it didn't look good. It looked bad. It looked terrible. And I didn't like all of the city, the look of dishabille about the city, and the trash and the junk cars, and the feeling that no one really cared about it. So for 2 years, my first 2 years, I spent cleaning up as best we could, best we were able to. We hauled away over 475 junk vehicles. We picked up over 550 tons of trash, over and above the normal Monday through Friday trash that we picked up. And then we started concentrating on putting businesses on Main Street and Bridge Street. And then I ran again. I woke up the morning of the second election, probably the most amazed person in the city of Ashtabula, because I was voted into office again. So this last year of this 4-year term, we have spent trying to get things straight from department to department. And I would tell you that our fire department is being managed superbly. You should know that. Our police department is also being managed superbly. We've had a little bit of difficulty with finances, but we've got that worked down. I think we're shy about, excuse me, about $43,000, and through very hard work we have found where we're going to be able to get that $43,000. So the police department is moving forward. We have a young chief who's only 36 years old. I had neckties older than this guy. And he's doing a superb job. We have 33 officers. We have great COs in the jail. We have excellent dispatchers. And what's really important to you is the fact that our arrests are up nearly 58% over the previous administration. So we are making 58% more arrests than we were 3 years ago. And you can tell it's being successful because we have a program here called Pay to Stay. And for those of you who don't know about this, it's really a neat thing. If you get arrested and go to jail, not only do you have to suffer the cost of getting a lawyer and going to court and paying court costs, and you're fined, you get to pay the city of Ashtabula $100 a night to stay at our jail, which I think is terrific. The name of it is euphemistically called the Crossbar Hotel. You will pay the $100 one way or the other. And so far this year, we've collected just a little under $28,000. So that money goes to the police department, obviously. And the other thing the police department is doing, which we haven't done in the past, we're using what's referred to as a baton system. If you have a fine and you haven't paid it, the state of Ohio sends us a message, gives us your car description, your license number, and we come and put a baton on your steering wheel, so you can't drive it until you go pay the state fine, and after you pay the fine, the state sends us $100. And we're doing about $600 a month on that too. So we're moving right along with that. The other departments are in the main, our wastewater treatment, which is running very, very well. You have a wastewater treatment plant that was designed to handle 12 million gallons a day. It's utilizing about 4.8, so it's barely idling. It is being run by two gentlemen who are doing an outstanding job, and it takes little or nothing for me to oversee. The other departments major departments are sanitation, and you've probably all read in the paper about the fuel index costs we had to put in effect. And I please want you to understand that it was not our intent to go charge you money that is difficult to come by. We have to put the fuel charge in because if any of you have driven by a gas station recently, you know what it costs to fill your fuel tank, and if you think that's expensive, go down one click on the sign and you can see what diesel fuel costs. And our diesel fuel is even without state tax, so we're paying a huge amount for it. The Public Works Department is running very efficiently also. We've been taking down trees by the hundreds. We've been grinding stumps. We have 2 pothole machines that are running now. When I say we, I mean you have 2 pothole machines that are running now and doing a superb job. Uptown, we have Lands and Buildings Department, which reports directly to me. We're the ones, these are the people who take care of the annex and who take care of City Hall. We also have a recent acquisition, about 6 or 7 months, of a young lady named Alicia McFarland, who was sitting in the back, who is your new Economic Development Director, who puts in extreme working weeks and works very, very hard at finding new sources of income for you. That's where the city is today. The question, obviously, is where is it going tomorrow? And where it's going tomorrow is it's following the plan we have to keep it clean. We have a plan to go out and deliver new businesses. I don't know whether you saw the other day in the paper, but one of our local companies laid off 45 people. Those 45 people are no longer going to be paying income tax to the city. There's another company here in this town right now is being courted by a small city in South Dakota, where this company has a plant, and they are being asked to move their entire operation out of Ashtabula to South Dakota. And Mrs. McFarland and myself are spending a great deal of time telling these people they shouldn't do that. But there are cities and there are states who are looking for new business, who are looking for new sources of income. And they are going around the country, including Ohio, and trying to find those companies to bring them to their area. So now let's get down.